Another simple recipe for another entree is called man o' war steak. It's pretty simple, and if you can do it out on the grill, that's much better. But what I've done is I just took this piece of steak and I've been marinating it for a day, and it is simply Dijon mustard, okay, and McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning. That's it. I've left the fat on it, but before I cook it, I'm going to take a little more of the fat off because I don't like fat. So the more I can get off. And then before I eat this, I will trim the rest of the fat off. But I want a little bit of fat in there for the cooking process. So I just cut as much fat off as I can because we don't need pure fat in our diet. There's enough in the meats and the chickens and the fishes and such. Okay, now I don't have an outdoor grill available, so what I've done is I've lit my inside grill. Okay, flame's going under there, and I'm going to spray on some ham cooking spray, very low in fat also, and get the grill ready. So like I said, this has been marinating for about 3 or 4 hours. I'm just going to put it right on my grill. And that won't take long to cook at all. Maybe 4 minutes each side for that to cook. I might just add a little more flavoring. It is so simple, and who would think mustard on a steak? But it's a great marinade, and I use the Dijon, and only 1 tablespoon. Only has 0 fat, 0 trans fat, and only 5 calories. So nice and healthy. A little more seasoning, and we'll wait for that baby to cook. This looks like it's almost done. A little more cook. More pepper. That's Montreal steak seasoning. And then I'm going to just cut through it to see if it's done. And depending on how you like yours, rare, medium, I like mine kind of medium rare. But again, during the week, I may heat this up. I probably will heat it up. So I want to slightly undercook it so that it'll cook a little bit further when I heat it up in the microwave and it won't be overcooked. And I'll let it go another minute though. Okay, yeah, this steak is pretty done now for my taste. So I'm going to go ahead and take my burners off, take my steak off of the fire, and let that cool down as well. I have a very convenient kitchen for all this, don't I? I can reach the refrigerator and the sink and my cabinets. So I'm going to let that cool down. Before I move on to the next thing, I am going to cut up and separate out my meal. So as I said before, I was going to cut some more of this fat off of this steak, which I'm going to do now because I don't like fat. It's not good for us. It only leads to heart disease and clogged arteries and high cholesterol and all kinds of mean stuff. So I've trimmed my steak down, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dole it out into meal portion size containers. And I usually try to stay with 3 to 4 ounces of meals, 3 to 4 ounces of my entree for each meal, whether it's lunch or dinner. Okay, so that is 3 meals worth of steak.